turn some of this noise down a little bit. So, this is my first time trying to share my screen,
It was
and I
definitely
figured,
early childhood, like moms and
let
daddies.
me that. I figured it would help me some. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. I figured it would help me some. I'm trying to see where I can see my comments, y'all. Give me a second. Um, but I'm trying to see. Oh, hey, 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 come in, come in. So this is my first time doing the screen over app. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me, cause I kind of got the videos in the back muted, so I'm trying to make sure y'all can hear me still as well, cause we got a lot to talk about. And yeah, I can't do this on my own, so I'm gonna have to pull up some videos or whatever about what's been going on. Um, so yeah, can y'all hear me? Maybe I need to take off this showing my screen thing right now. Maybe. I might have to stop sharing my screen. I'm not sure how I go in between sharing my screen and not sharing my screen. But can y'all hear me? Anybody on here? Can you hear me? Try to see if a few people gonna come in. I know it's kind of late. So, but I just keep scrolling through Instagram and I see more and more stuff, and it's just getting me more and more heated, as y'all can see. I be on Instagram popping my shit a little bit, and I'm gonna do it every time. Every time. Hey, hey, hey. The person that's in here, can you comment and let me know if you can hear me? Um, and I'm gonna see if I can see your comment as well. If I can't, I might stop this live, or I can stop sharing my screen and come back in, and we can talk more. This is my first time trying the whole sharing the screen thing, and I'm basically doing it so that we can talk about it. Let's talk about it. See what I'm saying? We gotta talk about this. Baddies.
Baddies, like with
Let's
all the
listen to
chaos going
Isaiah
on,
for a
they're making
minute.
it hilarious to me every episode. And I feel like you need people like them to be a part of a cast because it balances the show out. Of course, you're gonna have the fights and the people who fight all the time, but they there cracking jokes,
Shout out
running
to
around with this
Isaiah
big
J.
doodle bob pencil, and just keeping it real. I love it. And they unintentionally funny. Like when Smiley was going to the Batty General Hospital and Suki was like, why are we being quiet? It's not a funeral. And Sapphire was like, it halfway is. It was the whisper for me. Like, why is y'all whispering like y'all in the library or the church? I was in tears. Or in that first episode when Suki was talking to the big three and they was talking about the Dolly and Tasiki fight. And she was like, you did not whoop Tasiki. Why are you lying? Dolly said, well, I still got all my teeth. I was in there. And Suki said, let me see. Dolly showed her teeth. She was like, okay, you're right. In this past episode when Tinka and Cocaine.
All right. So, if y'all in here, I can't see any comments. Let me know if y'all comment. Somebody drop a comment. Let me see if I can see it. Because we're going to jump right into the Baddies episode and how I feel about Krishan and Tasiki situation. How y'all feel about the Krishan and Tasiki situation. I don't want to talk about it. Uh, to end your YouTube screen capture session. Yeah, I might have to do that. But the ones that's in here, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and play some of his recap about Krishan and Tasiki, and I'm gonna play his general recap for the episode, which I think is on here as well. And after we hear these two recaps, because I think Isaiah did a good job with the recaps, I'm gonna end my screen my share screen thing and where I can see y'all comments. And if we need to go back, I'll go back to share my screen. But let's tune in to his recap of the episode, and then we'll do his recap about Tasiki and Krishan. All right.
I'ma just call this episode of Baddies Tom and Jerry because the amount of chasing that was going on between Tasiki and Summer and Kokilla and Tinka is insane. When Suki and Sapphire started salsa dancing, I was in tears because that's what it was given. Dancing with the Stars, merengue. Y'all could have cut some of this down, especially Tinka and Kokilla. Y'all gonna make me never listen to either one of y'all songs again. If y'all don't hang it up flat screen, please. We're gonna get back to the Baddie Electric Slide Sisters in a minute. Let's talk about what's more important. Summer would not shut up. The amount of people that told her to shut up this episode is insane, and she wouldn't listen to nobody. Her friends, her ops, her CEO, the dog Capri, nobody. And she wanted Tasiki to stop putting her hands on her, but you won't stop talking. The hands is coming after the mouth. Period. And I'm gonna be honest, Lex and Dolly did more than I would have when it came to Summer because you keep talking and you don't care about the consequences, so that's on you. Lex literally kept trying, and Summer literally told her, F you. And Lex said, okay, well, F you too. Dolly was still trying. She falling down the stairs with Summer after Tasiki didn't hit her. I'm like, this too much. But I gotta get on Lex and Dolly a little bit because y'all have created this monster. Summer has said whatever she wanted to say since y'all been friends, and y'all have allowed her to do so and been riding behind her. So now y'all fed up and tired of it, and she don't know how to be quiet. She not used to y'all telling her that she wrong often. It rarely happens. So she like, no, I'm gonna keep talking, and y'all gonna have to deal with it. But at the same time, Summer is 28 years old. I cannot blame Lex and Dolly for a 28-year-old that cannot shut up and keep running her mouth. I can't do it. But Summer was over talking the whole episode, even before it got to Tasiki. Dolly was trying to talk to Anna about why she didn't fight her because she too small, which didn't really make sense to me. And Summer like, well, I had to fight Tasiki and da-da-da-da-da. And Dolly like, can I talk? Like, let me talk. It's my turn. But also, let's talk about it. Summer was low-key looking for an issue with one of them because when they came down the stairs, Tasiki, Anna, Biggie, and Mariah, she was like, boo! Natalie was like, why did you do that? And Summer said, because Mariah looked like a fool. And then she said, Anna, you look good, but you don't look like Miss America. You got on the wrong shirt. Then told Biggie, you look good, but you don't look great. She was flaming the whole group up. And she told Biggie that she need to leave Smiley alone. But you know, she said something to everybody except for Tasiki. She was not trying to get into it with her. But Dolly was trying to talk to Anna, and Summer like, I have to fight Tasiki. And Tasiki like, I didn't fight you. She like, yes, you did. So then Tasiki went over there and slapped her again. But all of this came from Summer just being Summer, not knowing how to be quiet and saying what she wanted to say and not letting nobody else talk. Because it was clearly Dolly and Anna turn to talk and she inserted herself. And I know some of y'all who watch the show find it entertaining that Summer can't be quiet and say whatever she want to say. But I know if that was my friend in real life and you kept talking over me and would not stop talking, I would be irritated as hell. Now Summer then called Tasiki the word that rhymes with escapist and start with an R. You know the word. And Lex is pulling her like, stop saying that. Gretchen trying to tell her stop. Rolly trying to tell her stop. Natalie like, stop, let her talk. It's just a lot going on. And while all that's going on, then Kokilla snuck Tinka from the side. Mind you, Tinka already looked like Fetty Wap because of Dolly. Her eye doing the baddie slide itself. And so at this point, this is where the chase happens. And they trying to tell Tinka, no, Tinka, your hand, and you don't need to get her. But it's kind of like she just snuck me, so I got to do something. But the Tom and Jerry went on for like 10 to 15 minutes. Y'all could have put this in times 2 speed or something. Kokilla backing up into the steps, almost into the pool, into the wall. I'm like, this too much. At one point, she fell over the stair and Lex got in the way and didn't let Tinka get her. I'm like, oh, I'm surprised. But eventually they get into it and the round was cool, but was it worth all that chasing? No. But Kokilla braided got ripped out. And I'm like, it's giving Daisy and Bahati from Baddies Gone Wild. Yeah. Like at this point, if you coming on Baddies, just come with the little Bill or the Caillou, the ball look, because that's the only one that's safe. Braids, wigs, nothing else is safe. But at this point, Tasiki want to fight Summer, so she chasing her around and they getting into small little scuffles and Summer getting some hits in. I'm like, okay, Summer. But you could tell Tasiki hit hard and she still wasn't going all the way in on Summer like we've seen her do in other fights. It was Suki telling Summer to stop walking by her because she kept ending up by her, but Suki kept being in the way. Like, you trying to be nosy, but not trying to get hit. Move out the way. So then while all this is going on, in comes Krishan and DJ Sky and Marsh. And I'm like, oh, it's already too much. Now we're going up more. And why is Krishan's voice always gone? She always come in with a hoarse throat every time. Get her a medicine ball from Starbucks, please. And Summer yelling over the balcony, get her, Krishan. She weird. You mad because I like your sister? But this part really irritated me because we don't know what Tasiki is talking about. She talking about some video like, Zeus, why didn't you insert the clip? Where's the video? Tasiki overly emotional. She talking in code. I'm trying to do Morse code over here, trying to understand what she's saying. I'm like, I'm confused. And then Summer yelling over the balcony, get her, Krishan. And Gretchen like, you don't understand that you getting your friends into certain stuff. And Summer like, I don't give a F. And in my head, I'm like, this sound like Gretchen on Baddies Caribbean when they was trying to tell her about the N-word. She was like, I don't give a F. But Lex telling Summer to shut up, and Summer like, I'm not gonna shut up. She came on to me, and so Summer like, she done already hit me multiple times, so I'm gonna keep talking my mess. And Lex like, well, she gonna keep hitting you if you don't be quiet. So I see both sides. And then Krishan kept saying, let me talk, but Tasiki would not let her talk and was overly emotional. But let me tell y'all what I think the real issue is. We all know Tasiki and Krishan have fell out. We know that. So for them to be back on this show together and in good terms, an apology had to be had between the two. We don't know what the apology was though. And so with Summer saying what she's saying about the allegations between the two, and also whatever was on the video, Tasiki like, why are you allowing people to say this stuff and you apologize to me? Like, we supposed to be good. We on good terms. And people talking about the situation and you not doing nothing about it. So I think that's why Tasiki is mad. Because if you notice in this episode, Krishan never said that Summer was lying. She never tried to fight Summer for what she said. And she even dapped Summer up. I was like, oh, wow. Tasiki was even trying to get Marsh to fight Summer. She like, you here for Krishan, right? Go get Summer because she keep running her mouth about the situation. Because all this will be solved and Krishan would just be like, yeah, my sister didn't do this to me. And Summer stopped talking about stuff that you don't understand. But Krishan is not doing that. And also I feel like Krishan is still holding on to Tasiki not doing an Anna when she was pregnant was supposed to get her and then get her on Baddies East. But two things confused me though. Krishan talk about let's address the truth and never got a chance to say what she had to say. I'm like, let Krishan talk. And then the other thing that confused me was, did you hear Tasiki tell Natalie that Tommy was one of the people that was talking about her in the video? So why didn't she press Tommy, who was right there? Because Tommy was talking to Tasiki and trying to break it up, saying y'all not about to do this here and all this stuff like that. But I'm like, if she was talking about you in the video, I'm surprised you didn't say nothing. But like I said, I'm confused. I don't know what the hell is going on with this situation. I really don't. And then Tommy was like, Taseki. She was like, it's Taseki. But then from there, it just turned into a Steve Wilkos moment. They're trying to get Taseki to calm down. They're trying to get Summer to shut up. It's not working. Tasiki kept randomly finding Summer and hit her. She hit her on the stairs, hit her in the room. I'm like, it's a lot going on. Security for sure saved Summer life right here because Anna was about to sneak her something mean. I thought she was about to hit her off the stairs. I'm like, this is crazy. But yeah, this was a lot. Summer and Lex talking and they crying to each other. Then Tasiki somehow got in that little room and it's about to be a lot. And did y'all see Summer lip in the next week trailer? And she's still trying to fight persuasion. Like, she don't care about no bruises, no nothing. Summer is crazy. I thought this moment with Tavy, Fauna, Kokilla, Scotty, and the dog was cute. I'm like, this is different. It was Tavy jumping in that pool for $500. And Scotty was like, why would you do that? And she said, I don't have money like you. Basically, I'm not pregnant with the CEO baby. You're good for life. I got to sleep with the OEC or somebody. But Tavy got out that pool looking like the Grudge. I'm like, oh, she looks scary. And then when it come to Tinka and Dolly, nah, Tinka, you lost. And Summer, Dolly, and Lex was already getting into it here. Dolly like, you got my boob. Get off of me, Summer. And Summer was like, they not fighting no more. Lex said, who you think you are to say that? And Summer said, I'm that girl, Summer non-other. Hello, nice to meet you. And Lex said Summer was drunk and that she don't need to drink no more because she was just aggressive and saying whatever. But I'm like, this is what she been doing. I don't know. This was a lot to unpack, though, this whole episode. And did y'all hear Natalie say that they need to have rehearsal before they go on tour? I'm like, it's giving Jocelyn's Cabaret. I'm going to just call this episode of Baddies Tom and Jerry because the